everyone. This is a quick video to help you get your fieldwork report done for humanities, which is due on April 20. So hop onto Classroom and you'll see that in the upcoming assessments, you've got the fieldwork report. Make sure that you go and you open that, the one that's relevant for you. So if you go to classwork as well, it'll be here, Merri Creek Fieldwork Report, and you will be able to get the two documents you need, namely the report template and also some additional resources to help you. So once you get the report template open, it looks like this. It tells you what the task is, it tells you the word count, as well as the research questions that you're going to be concerned with. It gives you the rubric, and remember, you're aiming for those top boxes if you want to do really well. For this first part, you just need to do your best to put the landforms, the landscapes and landforms, as well as the human uses into the diagram. Remember, insert your photos from our field walk. If you don't have photos, do your best to sketch what you saw. And otherwise, you can just source your own images. So please do that for this part. That's what you need to do. Insert either your images, a diagram, or a relevant image that you can find of the human use or the landscape or landform. Okay, so that's what you're trying to do for this part. Put your data in from our field walk. Of course, if you haven't done it, we need to make some adjustments. Then we head to the ethical reflection, and I know people are confused about this. This is about the ethics, the morality of engaging in fieldwork. So if you click on the link that takes you to a page about ethical considerations in geographical fieldwork, you need to read through the information on this page, and it looks like a lot, but there are lots of different subheadings for you. What it's trying to get you to think about are the principles of doing research in a way that is ethical, okay, that is good for the environment and for our research subjects. Don't worry too much about consent because we haven't interviewed anyone. I'm more interested in your behaviour while you're researching. You need to talk about this. The environmental impact. On our walk, did you take any natural samples from the environment, or did you actually remove some rubbish and help out? When we talk about data collection, how have you organised your data? Did you take photos and then lose them because you didn't put them in a logical place? This is your time to talk about this, okay? So then you go back to your ethical reflection and you just say, I removed some rubbish from the natural landscape. I thought that this would assist in keeping the landscapes and landforms clean. In just, all you need to do is add a couple of sentences. What did you do? I was careful not to plough through the foliage, etc., etc., talking about, say that you were careful when you were walking around because you didn't want to disrupt the natural landscape. If you're talking about data interpretation and storage, I took my own photos, ensuring there were no members of the public in the shots. I kept these on my school laptop, and then just justify why you have done this, because it's relevant for you to talk about these ethical considerations. That's all you need to do. And if you scroll back up to the rubric and you look at ethical fieldwork practices, as long as you justify the selection of fieldwork practices that you have engaged in on our field walk and in interpreting that data and turning it into a report, you're good to go. So then activity 3 is where you actually write your 500-word report in response to these two research questions, okay, using what we covered in class as well as the data that you collected on our field walk. Now, you need to describe the Merri Creek. You've got to talk about how it's been used, what the effects of these uses were by both Aboriginal people and settlers, and then you need to come to some kind of conclusion, and there's prompts here to help you. So you put your 500 words in here. Yep, unless you are someone who has a modified version and then your word count is slightly different. Complete the extension if you would like to. Activity 4 is that you must, of course, include all of the references that you have used, so make sure that you list them here, and there is some inspiration here about how you might format these in the Harvard style. So in terms of good references for finding out about human uses of the Merri Creek area, obviously we did some in class ourselves, but there's this document attached to the assignment on Classroom, additional data sources, and if you click on that, there are heaps and heaps of sources for you to go through about the geology in the area, about the way that the Merri Creek area has been used historically, etc., etc. So there's heaps for you to go through there to ensure that you can come up with a report here. All right.